I'm Charity Hamidullah, and I do all the things. When I was a child, like, my teachers were telling me, you should do this. And I actually listened to them rather than listen to like my parents or just listening to society or anything like that. So yeah, I've always been painting. I've always been drawing or creating in some form or fashion. But I thought I wanted to be a nurse. Thought I wanted to be in some type of medical field. Thought I wanted to be a teacher. I thought I wanted to do some tech. That was recently. And every time I just remind myself, I feel like I'm searching out to do those other things sometimes for other people. I do like all the colors, I'm not gonna lie. I would definitely say I stick with like a lot of like reds, teal, orange vibe, but I tend to do all the colors. I just like color. What I have stuck into for a long time is acrylic, but I think that's a lot with not fully knowing how to work other mediums or not having the time and the space to sit and like down and really learn something new. But now I would say like spray paint has definitely been a fun thing. But now I would totally say like I'm trying to move in the space to get off of paint. Like I want for the next chapter, I would really love to dive into sculpture. I would really like to change the way that I'm seeing canvases and things like that. I'm having this like real big urge to like actually physically like build or like put things together in another way. So that's my like safe zone. But I really don't like to play it safe. So I'm trying to get out of that space. When I first transitioned into murals, it was just a love and I really enjoyed it. Then when I tried to make it a profession, it did get scary trying to scale up. But then I had to remind myself like continuously of all the work that I've done before. And I started realizing like how I've been designing for space. I've been designing for a body for a long time. So designing for a wall, I have to just take those same things from what I was doing from tattooing and just apply it to making a mural. There's periods where it's like, we're good, we're rolling, bank account looking fat, I'm feeling good. But then there's spaces where it's like, I need to call my mama and I need to figure some things out. So it's that trusting yourself too. That's, I think, why I work in multiple mediums, and I'm grateful that I have that ability, because when it's mural space ain't muraling, I have the ability to reach out to clients and make tattoos. It is very important for me to express myself creatively. I don't know what else I would do. To be honest, this is like, it's my therapy. It's also a habit that I have like created and I've stuck with it. It's the one consistent thing in my life besides my physical like body. I don't know the person I would be if I wasn't creating in some form or fashion. I really couldn't imagine life without it. I tried to live life without it and it just never works out for me. We're in a red dot culture and you want everything to be gone or you want to be received. And it doesn't mean that you weren't received just because you didn't get red dots. So like, it's been a lot of all these types of reflections, lessons that I've had to like really like learn myself. And I think you have to really, really learn them a lot quicker when you say, I'm just going to be a full-time artist. Like there's no room for sitting there and crying. I cry a lot, but I got to keep going while I'm crying. So, it's been a journey, but I love it. The freedom that I have of just saying I'm going to be an artist full time has really creates a space for me to have the ability to just be a person that I didn't have before, or didn't even have in tattooing sometimes, because that was a very demanding career where I had to show up every day for people, and sometimes you're booked out for months. So, but now I have a space where I could disappear for several months, and that's cool. I like that space. I could say my mother is very supportive, even though she may not always understand all the facets of being an artist or anything. I know that if anything, I could call my mom and I could call my stepdad and they'll listen to me and things like that. But me being in a different space than my whole family, like I don't even always have support at art shows, even though I might, have friends that come random. I'm not gonna get my family there every show. So that was something that I had to really learn. Like I had to not always expect that, because I think family is like sometimes the truest support. Like, they're always going to show up, and I haven't had that space. But I'm really grateful that I do have like the Atlanta community. But as far as like what keeps me going, my greatest support has really been myself, not just giving up on myself. I would not be the artist I am sitting here if I didn't like make those choices throughout my whole career, whether it was taking leaps as an artist or taking leaps just within other business endeavors, because I got real familiar with failing. I got real familiar with fucking up my life, with building it and destroying it. And I think that is what creates my resilience. I don't suggest it to everybody because it is not for the weak. Am I always the best sister? Am I always the best partner? No, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm always gonna choose my art first. And that is like maybe an awful trait that have, or maybe it could be a good one. I'm still trying to figure out the journey, but it has been always my first choice. As an artist, I just feel like I automatically accepted that I'm gonna be like an alien, a unicorn, the black sheep, a goat, all the things. But even though I don't want to feel like that, I always feel like a little bit alienated, especially just in the space of what I'm trying to do as an artist. Like I really wake up and dedicate all my life to it. So with that and anything we do, I feel like sometimes that comes like great sacrifice. My worth never had a dollar sign. It's just like, am I happy? Can I live the life that I want to live? Am I able to help other people? That's way more. So like the price, that's always gonna fluctuate. You tell me. Like sometimes we'll be on that, like I'm always open, because I'm just grateful that I can live and eat and be an artist and live the life that I really want to. I like to say my voice is like a mirror. I really like to show people as much as possible, like the things that I see in them. I really like to uplift as much as possible. And I think that's my voice. It's like uplifting others or reminding them that they are amazing. I think what separates me from a lot of people is just like the resilience, the hard work, the really trying to learn and become a better artist or become a better person. I literally wake up breathing art every day. Like you could ask anybody. That's my full intentions. I have the full schedule of what I'm going to do, and it may change and switch, but it always has art within that space, period. I am Charity Hamidullah. I do all the things that, as you may have learned. I am an artist. I am a tattoo artist. I'm a muralist. Want to get into sculpture. I've drove some trucks. I've sold some cars. And this is my voice, and this is my life.